Tether Division. Woo! I like that. Nice.
Hi guys.
Welcome everyone. We are back on the indie stage in Hall 10.2. We are still at the Gamescom. It's 2019, I guess. I don't know. I lost total control about anything. Who are you? What are you doing? What am I?
So, the big questions.
The big questions of everyone's life. You will get answers to this by playing a game which is called VirtuaVerse. And we have three guys sitting here. Thanks for your time. Let me introduce it to you. This is Valberg, this is Victor, and this is Elder, right? So we have two guys from Rome, and we have one guy from Germany. That's a country we are familiar with.
Yeah, definitely.
And you guys, you are the Tether Division, and you brought us VirtuaVerse. Nice, thanks for your talk, man. How are you doing, Victor?
We're doing fine. We're having a very, very good time here at Gamescom in the Indie Mega booth. It was very cool for us all the way until now. And it's the first time for us here. So,
oh, really? First time at Gamescom?
Or it was the first time at any convention anyway. Yes, because this is our first game anyway.
All right, first game. But you told me you are 3 years in development.
Yeah,
around about
correct.
3 years, correct?
Right.
And you put it out some trailers before, right?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we had a glimpse of a really nice style.
Thanks a lot, man.
Yeah,
Fucking awesome music.
Yeah, it is.
And this is your music, is that correct?
Yeah, this is the music I do under the name of Masterboot Record.
Okay, Masterboot Record.
Yeah, it's like synthesized heavy metal, actually.
Yeah.
The interesting thing is like the music of this game is actually the first thing I did as Masterboot Record.
All right.
Because then, and the music is in the game, of course, is more chill, like synth, cyberpunk kind of. And then I was making some stuff that was too hard, and I was talking with the guys. I was like, I think this is maybe too much for the game, so I'm gonna start some project. And then it evolved. I made like 11 albums in 3 years.
11 albums?
Yeah, 11 albums and 34 cover songs of all the retro games from Doom, Castlevania, Ghosts and Goblins, Street Fighter.
Oh man!
Everything like Dune, Flashback, Another World.
And just as a side project, you teamed up with the Tether Division, and you're playing a game or what? That sounds too easy. I don't.
It's a big story.
I nearly don't want to believe you, but you're sitting here, man. So you made it apparently, right?
It was a very funny story how we met, like how it all started. Because the first thing was like, I had this music project, another one before.
Yeah.
And I was a big fan of the pixel art of Wallenberg.
Yeah.
Since a couple of years already, I think, like since 5 years ago or something.
I think so.
And I was like, why don't we make like some music video with pixel art that looks like, animate this scene that is a scene of the game actually. And I was like, okay, but why don't you put some point and click thing? You remember the point and click adventures?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I'm a big fan of Monkey Island.
We went like crazy and talked all about the old games, so we chatted the whole night. And
really?
Do you know this? Do you know this?
But have you met in person before that, or was it just online?
At that time we didn't met.
Nice.
And then it happened that we say like, okay, but why don't we make a real point-and-click adventure game out this, because I had in mind some story and so on.
Yeah.
And it happened at the same time. This guy made a epic thing, like the Power Glow of Nintendo.
Yeah.
He hacked the Power Glow with Arduino, and he made it real because you remember it was so bad, and because it didn't work good. And then he hacked with Arduino and made this video when he's using this virtual reality glow and stuff like that. So I decided to go to his place with a backpack full of legitness, like vinyls of Iron Maiden and Motorhead, the action figures of Star Wars. Well, what else? The car from Back to the Future.
Nice. Yeah.
To be accepted by his legitness, it was like, okay, and I was like, you're gonna do the code for our game because he's one of the best coder around in Italy, I think.
Nice.
That's my opinion, but he's also doing like demo scene stuff on Commodore 64 just because it's harder.
Yeah.
And then you all the time there's something new. The other day, like I had 2 Space Invaders from Atari 2600.
Yeah.
I had two cartridges, and one was broken. And I was like, okay, I'm giving it to you because this is broken, and it just turned it turned this cartridge into an hard disk for Atari, a solid-state hard disk.
Yeah,
So
it's called a multi-card. So you can play your backups of original games.
Yeah,
of course, you will not play pirated ROMs.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Why are you looking at me, man?
Nobody's doing that.
I'm not
shit
familiar
anymore.
with this topic at all. I think we are here on a nice convention about food
No, really.
or horses. I was talking about horses
I'm
earlier
here for
this morning,
hot dogs,
actually.
yeah.
It is piracy, I think, anymore anyway.
I guess hearing that story, that totally makes sense in terms of what I think VirtuaVerse could be.
Oh, right.
So
Yeah.
VirtuaVerse is something around Cyberpunk. It's something about hard music. It's something about really good stylish pixel art. And I'm looking forward to all the code and all the ideas you put it together. Is it just the three of you, or are there more people involved in VirtuaVerse?
No, there's no more people. It's
just the three of
us.
you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's really good. All right. So, and it's a point-and-click adventure, apparently, right?
Yeah, it's like Monkey Island, you know.
Yeah.
But
With a
few-
slightly different topic, maybe.
yeah,
Kind
but
of,
also
kind
like
of,
they're.
yeah. But it plays like the classics. So
Yeah.
gameplay-wise, puzzle-wise, it
Nice.
plays like
It's kind of
all the
hardcore.
LucasArts
Also, it's
games.
very punishing. Also.
Very punishing.
Yeah, kind
so,
of.
Since it is a point and click, right? So
Yeah.
we don't want to spoil too much for you guys at home or for you guys watching this right now here in this hall. But let's start. Maybe we can just have a glimpse of the game, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, what you're gonna see when it starts is just a short intro we prepared for Gamescom because we did the game,
Yeah.
but we still have to do the cutscenes and stuff. So I will introduce you to the universe because I wrote the story. So it's like there is this world where everybody's got a chipset of permanent augmented reality.
Yeah.
And this chipset is optimized by an artificial intelligence, which is optimizing the user experience based on your interest. You know what Facebook do, like social network bubble.
Yeah. I just want to say it's all right.
So it's creating
so
like-
far nothing different to
Yeah.
right now, right?
Yeah, so it's not
But
so
kind of
different.
more
Yeah,
extreme.
because Cyberpunk is not about the distant future. It's about 10 minutes in the future. It's like about the implication on technologies into society in the close future. So what happens like that people is like abusing this thing and they are like living in separate realities because they just see what they like and they don't see what they don't like, which is what happened today because people don't see what they don't like and maybe sometimes that can be more relevant for them, you know? It's not very easy. Anyway, in this world, you are like an outcast. You're called Nathan, and you don't like this kind of things. You are more like into retro computer, retro hardware. You're like an hardware engineer.
Yeah.
And you have a custom headset that you can put on and off.
Yeah.
And then there is your girlfriend Jade, which is like a graffiti writer in augmented reality.
Yeah.
So she deletes the augmented reality of the system to make you sort of Bansky.
Yeah.
In the
Batsky,
future?
and if you all right, nice. Yeah, I
Kind of.
got it. Yeah. Or like Elder, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, yeah.
Thank
And
you for that.
And the story starts like a little bit like Indiana Jones, like, you know, the small story and then the big story unfolded. Because you wake up and then your girlfriend disappears overnight.
Yeah.
She breaks your glasses. She changed the code of your apartment. And you wake up and you don't know what's going on. And your mission is like to go out of the apartment and fix these glasses to connect back to the augmented reality and check what's going on with your girlfriend. And when you do that, then the plot thickens because you find out that she's some maker in a group of crackers, of demo scene crackers
Right.
that are trying to stop this VirtuaVerse.
All right.
But this is already too much of a spoiler anyway. So
yeah,
we're
but
just
you know,
gonna
you know,
stop here.
it's pouring out. So
Yeah,
you wrote the
everybody's
story,
always
so-
saying like, why don't you post some more stuff for the game? But it's a story-based game, so
Exactly. So that's the reason why you shouldn't talk
course.
a lot. So, but still, you have brought us a kind of a demo for a Gamescom, right?
Yeah. I want to say that the game is already playable to the end. So we have the complete game here, but we will show you just the prologue.
Yeah.
Because the rest needs some polishing and things, in this stuff, like red squares instead of actual graphics.
That's okay.
But anyway-
It's okay. So it could be a style as well. I don't know.
Yeah, well,
As
yeah,
developer,
sure.
right?
But anyway, nobody did the prologue anyway. Until now, nobody did it. Like even people that were staying an hour and a half because takes a long time. It gets really complex.
Yeah, sure. I mean, this is something you have to take your time, right, to play. All right, so we got that. You told me you worked on it nearly 3 years, but you're about to finish this project, right?
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
So as you said, Elder, a little bit of polishing, is needed, but in the end, everything is quite finished, right?
Exactly.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah.
So shall we start our kind of demo journey
Let's
right
do it.
now?
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
do
yeah.
it. Let's see what you got, man.
Let's start.
Nice. Jay is gone. What did I do wrong this time? Oh man, did I sleep with my glasses on again? Nice. The lenses are shattered and the battery is dead. Need to fix them immediately and connect back to the network. So this is the story you've been telling us, right?
Yes.
Exactly.
So and this is Adam. That's correct, right? The name of the
Yes, yes.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Then we have this journal thing. It's still unpolished, but it's gonna tell you where you are and where you have to go.
Yeah.
Like basically.
Interesting, right? Yeah, I totally can understand and relate how why you call Wallenberg for their art style. That's really nice.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah. And did you have any kind of real knowledge about working with Unity before you started this project?
Knowledge in games? Or?
No, knowledge in using Unity as an engine, using as a software.
Basically,
Well,
I don't know.
Elder maybe
Okay.
yes.
He's the
man for
coder.
this, I guess.
All right.
Yeah, choosing Unity, which is actually is a good choice for this kind of games.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying that it's not that good for pixel art, but I have to say that if you are average in maths, you can manage it. Okay?
Damn it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to use it then.
Yeah.
Not at all.
But you look Asian, you should be good at that.
That's cliche, dude.
It's-
That's
Yeah, it's like,
cliche.
it's like cracking everyone in FPS games. It's not like that, and being good at maths.
Yeah. No.
Okay, so
Okay, let's go on, man.
jokes
Just
apart.
joking.
It's not good. Let's go on. So we are in the apartment. All right, and now we know what to do, right? We have to figure out, we have to fix the glasses to get back to the virtual world.
Yeah, basically, and you're locked inside the apartment because she changed the code.
Yeah.
And this is also a thing that we did because we want the player to stay locked inside the apartment because there are so many things. Like it's also a little bit of a reference to a game that's called Zack McCracken,
Yeah, man.
which in the start you can collect a lot of items and stuff that you need even in the end of the game.
I know. I just want to ask, because there are a few people around me, who of you played Zack McCracken till the end?
Nobody.
No one.
No one.
All right.
You did.
Yes.
Of course,
That's
this
one.
hero.
Yes.
Of course, he's got a Ninja Turtles
Yeah.
Yes.
T-shirt. So.
Okay, so Zack McCracken is a huge kind of, was heißt nochmal Vorbild?
Inspiration.
Yeah, it's a huge inspiration, right? So
Yeah, it's one of, I don't know, probably was the first one that I played.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it was mentioned in Zack McCracken.
Yeah.
But it was really one of the first games that really involved me so much for the story because it's so complex. Also, actually, Zack McCracken is much more punishing because you can literally trash objects, and then you need something in the game at the end and you can't finish the game. Yeah. This is not like that. I mean, there are no dead ends, and you can't die like in Sierra games.
It's really atmospheric as well, right? So it's really intense, so and funny as well, right?
Yeah,
so.
Exactly. We always try to bring some humor into it. So like LucasArts did it back in the days.
Yeah, so okay, El just hacked the game and went out of the flat, right? So you did that.
Yeah.
You're really good at doing that.
It actually happened here at Gamescom because I forgot the debug console in the Gamescom build, and there was a guy that was like just sitting there. He hadn't even touched the player. He didn't move it. He enabled the debug console and actually finished the demo with just one command.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. But who was that?
Yeah, you should hire him.
Yeah, there is the debug console that lets you teleport to the. Of course, will be disabled.
Okay, this machine belongs to Jay.
Yeah, because like you have these arcades at home, and it's like you've been using some card. And in this world, there is like a global platform for games that is like Steam, but much bigger, like Universal. And you need this card to access to this game, even the retro games. All the games. There is a big database with all the games in the world, and you need this playsafe card, and you've been using one of these, actually the one of your girlfriend, to bypass the protection and play the games at home, you know?
Yeah, got it.
Because he doesn't want to be connected to the network, and it's old. Yeah. And in the game, this retro thing is used like a sort of digital archaeology. Retro stuff is seen like archaeology. Because it's a bit farther in the future. And also, retro is seen as a way to bypass the global network, bypass the control and this optimization and stuff. So maybe they are smuggling floppy disks because it's impossible to trace them.
Exactly,
Or they're using BBS, because we actually have a BBS anyway. Do you know what
BBS?
is a BBS?
No. What is BBS?
You don't know what it is?
No.
Well, that's a very old school stuff. When before the internet, you will not connect to a global server, but you will just connect to a computer of another person, a private person, and you will make a call, like a fax, and you will call at home to somebody else to connect to the other computer, like a fax, and then you add this interface, like text interface, like televideo, where you could exchange messages, download software.
I haven't used that now.
Yeah, that was very. I was really a kid. My father had a BBS back in the day.
Nice.
And this is where also the ASCII art started. You know, block ASCII art. Yeah.
Interesting. So we had a C64. Commodore. That took me into this whole world, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get back into the game. So you showed a few things. You showed the inventory.
Yeah.
You showed that you could put on stuff and check the glasses. You get more information by doing that. That's specifically like Zack McCracken, right? So okay, what is this? Let's try. You see what you're trying, and then you get information back. All right, this is working or not working, right? So there's a constant feedback, but it's not only text, but you always put it some more information visually as well, right?
You really need to read everything, because there is no more logic here. Everything is entered. So if you are like, I don't know what you had to do, it's most likely that you didn't read. So it's. And also, actually, we try to be very short with the text, because we don't want to have wall of text. Some RPG games have this wall of text that nobody reads, and it gets kind of boring. So we are very essential in the text, but you really have to make sure that you read all the descriptions so that you can progress in the game.
Yeah, you have to. So it's. I think it's funny that you have a power glove in the game. So right, that's.
Really check this out, man.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a 486.
They're nice.
Yeah, there are a lot of references to the old world computer, because this guy is into retro computer and stuff. Yeah, that's a jumper, for example.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Do they use jumper anymore?
Yeah, no, I don't believe that.
I don't think so, right?
Yeah, you do, because you can build a rocket out of it, I guess. A jumper is like, I use jumpers for babies. They call, the things you put babies in. That's jumpers as well,
For the
right?
conditioner hair thing.
And I tried to put the baby to the computer, but it didn't work. I said I'm not good at math.
Okay.
All right, interesting. Hoverboard, nice.
Yeah, that's an overboard. Basically, what happens is like you have to find a new pair of lenses for your headset and the battery. Yeah. This is the main mission. Yeah. And first of all, you gotta go out of the room because she didn't know the code of your apartment, so she reset and put a new code. Yeah. And you have the reset code somewhere in the room, and you have to find out. Yeah. This is clearly hinted, but it was some kind of a way to test if you are a real adventure gamer, because like 70% of people did it, maybe 80%, but if you don't react, because there's this thing that people just want to skip all the stuff, and so they didn't read the hint, so they get stuck. But then when they figure out, we were like, oh, that's why, And so point-and-click adventure are like that, it's all about the difficulty.
Exploration is one big thing, right? So I know a lot of kind of modern point-and-click, and they are quite linear. They are quite straightforward, right? So there's not much exploration, not much like the puzzling is not that complex, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right straight. So
most of them are pretty easy nowadays, and so we try to bring back some.
Not all of them. So I think specifically in Germany we do have a lot of really good point-and-click adventures, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So I think that's the country where adventures never died so far.
I guess.
Yeah, I think France, Germany, and Italy are probably among, of course, USA, are countries where the point-and-click adventure were very, very popular. Also, maybe in the UK, but Germany and Italy was very, very big. I think all my friends back in the day were into point-and-click adventure. I don't know, but maybe my friends were a little bit weird anyway.
Let's blame it on your friends, I guess. Okay, so we have aggressive advertisement. Now we see the surrounding. Now we see the city, right?
Yeah, you still can't get out, but maybe now you're getting out. You try, but the code is not working. Yeah. Then you gotta read the lipstick on the mirror.
Hey, don't spoil it.
Oh man.
I'm pretending that I don't know the game. I'm just trying to avoid the bugs.
I know, it's just telling.
This must be really hard, because that's what I said before when I said it's like pouring out of you, right? So the story, you did the text, I guess, I presume. So I think you all did kind of, worked on everything.
Well, I did the main story. I did the main story, but then we did a lot of teamwork, like for the puzzle and everything.
Basically, we chat all day about this stuff. Also, if I got some new graphics, so we talk about it, see how did they fit with the story, optimizing, updating it all the time.
And also the fact that we've been working for 3 years is, of course, we were not working like hardcore every day, like 12 hours a day, but the fact that we've been working on a long time span is been helping to think about, to meditate about what to do, and so we had changed a lot of stuff a lot of times, and so this is unpolished anyway. Just I want to tell you,
it's okay.
This interface.
This is the typical coder graphics. I like that, and they are like.
Maybe background would be great. Anyway.
Everyone has its skill, right?
Yeah. That's mine.
Okay, man. Interesting.
It would be more like the inventory anyway.
I know a lot of people who definitely are hooked on this title already, right? Because you combine many good things like Cyberpunk setting, point-and-click adventure, lots of detail, love to detail, and all this stuff. So I do know a lot of people from my generation and maybe a bit older who really are into this kind of game.
Actually, the funny thing is, there were many young people at our booth, 14, 15, and they actually really played the game for a long time and tried to figure out all the stuff. So even if they don't know the references and stuff, but they're still into it. So it's pretty cool.
Well, maybe they were waiting for the loot box then.
Yeah, but maybe. Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I don't want to make fun of. I'm not.
But by the way, there's this thing I want to say, because that's my album actually.
Nice.
Because that's a floppy shape. It's a vinyl, and it's shaped like a floppy disk.
Yeah.
But it's real. I did it for real. Like,
Nice.
If you want to check it out, anyway. What I wanted to say is like this first part is like neon lights and stuff. But we really care to say that it's not all like this.
Yeah, okay.
And maybe Wallenberg want to spend a bit of time about this.
So basically we bring here the first 2 parts of the game.
Yeah.
So I say parts, but it will be released as a full-length game, but we have in-game chapters.
Yeah.
So you can play here the first 2. They are basically 5 to 6 hours long.
Yeah.
And after those play in the Cyberpunk city.
Yeah.
And after that, the world gets more open. So basically you travel around.
Don't spoil too much, man.
No, that's it. I won't tell more.
We can say that. I mean, just about the world, you just travel around the world, so there are different color schemes like desert, Iceland, forest,
All right. Yeah.
underwater.
Different kind of cyberpunk.
And we assume it's something to do with virtual reality, with augmented reality.
Also,
So you will have, you could have kind of freedom to do whatever you want, right?
Yeah, basically. So
Yeah, it just really gets more complex because here, for example, you have like in this chapter, how many scenes? Like 10 scenes?
yeah, kind of.
Kind of 10 scenes in this first chapter, and it's really quite complex. But when you have like 40 scenes and you travel around the world, and then you're gonna pick something in the desert and use it in the forest.
It's gonna get too
It gets really large.
too complex, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Elder, you're doing really good.
Yeah, I'm playing.
It's like you played it before, right?
Yeah.
So,
I'm playing in a boring way. Like I have.
You got the credit card. You use the screwdriver to. I just want to retell what happens because we are chit-chatting about life and everything, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I do like that. So I'm about to get me a beer, man.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so now we have the credit card, right? So,
No,
step by step.
Yes, we got the credit card,
Yeah.
but our main objective at the moment is to actually leave our apartment.
Exactly. Still, right? Yeah.
But you can't do that because you don't know the code, so you're
Still,
looking for the reset code.
Now you have it.
You should change the code.
Yeah.
It says,
Yeah.
what?
All right. So I think the time's about to end already. So.
Already?
Yeah, man. That was fast, right?
Oh yeah.
Let's show a little bit more of the
I
game.
can
maybe.
speedrun it.
Yeah. Okay.
Now we can
Okay,
speedrun.
if you want to play this for yourself, please look at this nice sign with a number of 11 on it. And
Skip,
you-
see.
okay. So there's the codes.
There we go.
So there's the code here.
All right.
And then it would be nice to see that you will see.
Now let's see that, and then we will.
I walk around. I show you the environment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we
That is good because we are really not fans of spoiler anyway.
That's
and then
okay.
the other people that are coming to the booth, they will know the story now. So it's a bit of
Yeah.
Oh, let me play just this.
Yeah, that's
An Indonesian Italian pizza restaurant.
yeah, kind of.
Yeah. Well, my parents are from Indonesia. That's really good.
Yeah, as you've seen, like in the game, there's a lot of humor, like because it's like a bit like the 80s movies, like Back to the Future or like Indiana Jones. So it's a serious. This is another song.
Yeah. Pill Street.
So it's serious but not too serious, and there's a lot of jokes and references.
Yeah. Oh man, that looks awesome. All right, time's running out, man.
All right.
So, that's a pity. But, dudes, I have to conclude a bit, right? So, what I have seen so far is a lots of love for very much stuff in terms of gaming culture, right?
Exactly,
Pixel art, synthesizer, game music, love for that. As well as coding and programming.
Thank you.
This all comes together in a game called VirtuaVerse, which will be out somewhen in the couple of next months.
We are aiming
right?
to release in January.
All right, January. That's not
Of
far
course,
off.
if nothing happens, we are really
Right.
good in the stage in the development. I mean, you can play the game from start to finish, but there is a lot of stuff we want to add. We want to polish the graphics, the dialogues, the text and so on. So yeah, but in general, we really want to come out in January.
Yeah, but interesting because I guess you three guys, you built this.
Yeah.
And there will be a lot of influences by you personally, not only about like the glove or something like that. So you will see that, and therefore I said we don't really have to show more about the game because it's a point and click, it's a narrative game, it's a storytelling game.
Right.
But you've seen 3 guys who worked on this video game, and therefore I think you will have got a glimpse about what you could expect from VirtuaVerse, right? More informations on the on the internet, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, on teledivision.com.
Yeah.
There is also a newsletter.
All right.
If you want to visit our BBS, we have a couple of BBS. You can leave a one-liner or something like that. I don't know. Maybe this is too hardcore anyway.
All right, man.
Yeah, of course, Steam. Please wish list on Steam, of course, because it helps a lot.
Right? This will help. All right. So, guys, thanks for your time. Really interesting story. Have a good last hours on the Gamescom 2019, and people are around here. So if you want to check it out by yourself, you will find them over there in the arena.
It's just over there.
All right. So, and I'm gonna give back to the guys at the main stage. Rocket Beans, it's your turn now. Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye bye. Thanks.